NTR TV viewers. I wish you a wonderful day. We are with you once again with the African Proverbs program. In this section, we will first give you a short information about Gambia, and then we will bring Gambian proverbs to your screens. Wishing a wonderful time. The Gambia, officially the Republic of the Gambia, is a country in West Africa. It is the smallest country on the African mainland in terms of surface area. The country, which was established along both banks of the Gambia River, from which it took its name, is completely surrounded by Senegal, except for the Atlantic Ocean coast. Its area is 10,689 kilometers square, and its population is 1,857,181, according to 2013 data. Its capital is Banjul, which is built on an island on the Atlantic coast. Its largest cities are Serekunda and Brikama. The Gambian economy is based on agriculture, fishing, and tourism. The fertile land of the Gambia River has been used as a residential area for many years. Written documents dating back to before Christ and identified as belonging to the traveler Henno mention the situation in the Gambia region, especially while Henno was traveling in West African regions. In the period after Christ, the first records about the region belonged to Arab merchants in the 9th and 10th centuries. During the 10th century, Muslim traders and teachers established various settlements in many West African countries. These two groups established trade routes across the Sahara that exchanged for gold and ivory. As the capital of the country, Banjul is built on an island. There is no possibility of further expansion. For this reason, Serekunda is the country's most important city in terms of trade and culture, and also the most populous city in terms of population. The Gambia is located on the western side of the African continent, on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean. The country is the smallest state in the mainland part of the African continent, with a surface area of 11,295 kilometers square. Tropical climate prevails throughout the country, and there are distinct rain and drought times. The drought period is experienced between November and May, with the effect of dry Hermatan winds blowing from the northeastern region and the Sahara Desert. And although the air temperatures reach the highest temperature values of 40 degrees Celsius on certain days during these periods, it is between 21 and 27 Celsius on average being measured. After the country gained independence from the United Kingdom, the official language of the country remained English. Especially in the coastal areas, the rate of speaking and understanding English among the people is quite high. Although the use of English is not common in the interior of the country, it is spoken at a sufficient level for mutual understanding. Due to many ethnic groups that exist in Gambia, each ethnic group has its own unique language. These languages are spoken as mother tongues among individuals of each ethnic group. Learning other ethnic languages in order to get along with other ethnic groups puts many Gambian citizens in the position of polyglots who can speak multiple languages. 20 different languages are currently spoken in this small country of the beautiful Africa. Proverbs of the Republic of Gambia. Slow and steady wins the race. Haste makes waste. Knowledge remains. Money gets used up. Do it while you can. If you do not sow, you will not reap. Talk is easy, but doing is not easy. Someone with tongue will not get lost. Anger is the enemy of his owner. Do not scorn someone because of his small size. True beauty is found in one's character. If you can hide your goodness or your meanness, the reality is that the goodness or meanness is not real. A good character is better than a bad one. One hand cannot clap. He who can do nothing does nothing. After conflict comes peace. In the place where everyone is having convulsive fits, the person who remains calm is a fool. It is not good to be curious. No one can avoid death. A man who is sure and honest will not have many deaths. The person who is enlightened this year was deceived last year. Difficulties are the beginning of success. Days of want might be far off, but they always arrive. A downfall starts with things that are pleasant. Elders' advice will stay late in the bush, but will not pass the night there. The scoundrel hates the person who rebukes him. Fame does not bring peace to the famous. It is by effort that one is a man. The mother goat was covered with grass burrs because of its kid. Siblings of the same mother are like the fingers of a single hand. One never speaks the truth to one's in-laws. A good education only occurs at home. Disciplining your child does not mean that you hate him. Before seeking a wife, look for good in-laws. The first wife is the queen of her home. A woman is not worthy of confidences for what she has told you. She has already told your fellow. It is better to know one's own faults than to wait until others tell you about them. That which you fear will harm you. A fool does not suffer. It is his relatives who suffer. It is better to be saved by one's foolishness than to die through cunning. Your friend's enemy is your enemy. The future belongs to God. Don't put first what should be last. Wherever you find that which is useful, spend a long time there. It is better to have a small amount than to refuse it. Whoever wants to hear you are good should give of his wealth. Good giving begins at home. If there were no God, there would be no people. He to whom God gives will have. It is better to inherit the gratitude of your father than his building. Feet that have the habit of wandering cannot give it up all of a sudden. Being hospitable means mastering oneself. The heart is not a knee that you can massage at will. I have completed my task. Our beards were burned together. That which is obtained by illicit means will not bring any benefit. The insolent and rude person has no sense. He who denigrates someone reveals who he really is himself. The best amulet for a human being is honesty. Being far from your country is not a reason to lie. The first name of life in this world is try, and its surname is give it up. There are two causes of disorder in the world: contrariness and intolerance. A good king will look after his subjects. Failing to ask brings shame and ignorance. It is never too late to learn and study. Life is like a day spent together. Before you reply, understand first. What goes in at one ear goes out the other. It is better to return that which is borrowed than to borrow. I love you is not repaid by I love you more. Love based on lust is not real love. Opportunities can come from one's restraints. To refuse what you cannot stop is the same as agreeing. In the city of blind, the one-eyed man is king. If cultivating the field of a marabot could bring blessing, then you would see his children there first. Mercy makes one weak. The person who does not permit you to touch the leaves of the mango tree will not give you its fruit. Mistakes will always happen. The bad thing is to persist in them. The surname does not live anywhere. The monkey is not ugly, it simply resembles its father. When an honest man is in need, he remembers the debts that are owed to him. The enthusiastic person will profit from the riches of the neglectful. Nostalgia does not kill the month. Pessimism can guard its owner. There is no need to draw a picture of a dwarf if one is standing before you. A guest who farts before it kills anyone, he will be gone. No matter how many birds there are, that will not prevent the sowing of millet. The person who is polite will be elected. The poor must limit his desires. He who fails to prepare, prepares to fail. Protection is better than treatment or cure. The proud are quickly put to shame. Seeing is believing. Provocation is not a protection. The goat does not glean jujubes at night. The smallness of a snake does not prevent its bite being fatal. Those who share the same circumcision group become friends for life.